if and when the Niners get rid of Jimmy Garoppolo, they'll have the fourth most cap space in the league. We create some interesting options. Do you think the Niners will be able to take advantage of that this year or no?
I mean, there's no better year that I can think of to have the fourth most cap space in the NFL. The 49ers are already in that spot where they are on the verge of being a Super Bowl contender again if they make the right moves. And free agents are going to be cheaper than ever. Other than the top tier guys, we just talked about Trent Williams. There's going to be Barrett. There's some guys out there that are going to get paid. Mm-hmm. But the rest of those guys, especially if you're 30 and older, you're going to be cheap. And if they play their cards right, they can get a lot of cheap players that are really good and can contribute to the bottom line of possibly winning a Super Bowl. And that's why I said Trent Williams, to me, walking is not necessarily the worst thing in the world. There's a lot of places you can spread that money and make it grow for you even more. So yeah, if Jimmy's cut and we can have the fourth most space, and I believe that would be the most space in the NFC, hey, that's a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, again, can you get these people to sign on to you without a quarterback in place? But you sign Alex Smith, who, geez, has just as good of a winning percentage recently as Jimmy Garoppolo. People talk like Jimmy's this magical winner. He was 3-3 last year. Alex Smith was the one who was 5-1. I'm just saying, if we're just judging quarterbacks purely on their win-loss record. So you get rid of Jimmy Garoppolo, create the cap space, sign Alex Smith for what? $10 million, $8 million, something really reasonable. He's the Toyota Corolla of quarterbacks. And then you sign Yannick Ngakoue or Von Miller, or say some huge signings.
Yep.
And say, you know what? We're going to draft a quarterback at some point, whether it's someone in round 1, someone in round 2. We'll figure this out. And if we don't, we still have Josh Rosen, Alex Smith. I think that's the way to go. I just don't really have a lot of confidence in the Niners doing something that bold.
I don't either, unfortunately. But Ngakoue is an interesting one because I feel like he is this year's Clowney. Like he may sit for a while and think he's going to get paid and then realize like, wow, I really have got to take a 1-year prove it deal because I kind of failed on 2 teams last year. Like I didn't do a lot and I was supposed to get a big contract this year. This is why he was traded from the Jags to the Vikings in the first place. Then they shipped him over to Baltimore. He's in for a rude awakening. So that's one of those guys, especially as a speed rusher across from Bosa. Ooh, I would love to have him on a 1-year prove it deal.
Real quick though. I mean, he still had 8 sacks last year. I don't think he ever had a season where he had less than 8 sacks. Freaking Eric Armstead got almost $100 million for 1 good year. Yeah. Yannick Ngakoue couldn't get $85 million on a 5-year deal. Really? Is it really? I think he's worth it, but maybe I haven't been following him much the last few years. I know he's good.
In this climate, I don't I don't see it. Especially because he's not a homegrown guy for whoever's bringing him in.